The first openly trans conservative candidate is accusing Pierre Poilievre of, quote, siding with the hateful, something the former candidate Hannah Hodson says is, quote, horrifying. In comments she sent to me today, she said, quote, selling out vulnerable minorities for political gain is always wrong and it always ends in pain. What the CPC is doing is hateful and it is evil. Here's what's going on. Conservative leader Pierre Poilievre is under fire for making a homophobic and transphobic speech last week, where, during a Richmond Hill meet and greet, he accused Justin Trudeau of imposing, quote, radical gender ideology on children. Gender ideology has been a hateful term since its inception. It was used by the Catholic Church in the 90s to push back on women's rights movements. Then it was used to fight gay marriage in Europe. And now it's popular among Christian fundamentalist groups who oppose trans rights. Hannah, who previously felt she had a place in the Conservative Party, told me gender ideology is a code word people use when they don't believe it's okay to be LGBTQ and don't want their kids to think it is either. The rhetoric Poilievre used is so inflammatory that the dude standing next to him, Richmond Hill Deputy Mayor Godwin Chan, faced calls from prominent LGBTQ rights groups to resign. He then issued a statement apologizing for clapping and nodding as Poilievre made the comments, saying he understood this, quote, may have been interpreted as discriminating against the LGBTQ2IA+ community. But the guy who actually made the comments that were so offensive that the guy who was standing next to him faced calls for resignation and had to apologize has doubled down. A spokesperson for Poilievre said, quote, the video stands on its own. That's according to reporting from Press Progress's Luc Lebrun. I have also reached out to Poilievre's team for comment, but have not heard back. Meanwhile, Hannah, who previously wanted to represent the Conservatives, has a warning for moderates within the party. Moderates in the CPC think they can control the hateful, but they are wrong. Anyone who believes people like me are truly evil for wanting to live safely will never be sated. They will always demand more, she told me. She said it's been, quote, tragic and shameful seeing people, quote, stay silent in the wake of this kind of hate. People who once told her they, quote, love and support her. Riling up hateful people in order to raise money is pouring gasoline all over yourself and lighting it to stay warm, Hannah said. It may help briefly, but it will only end in tragedy. What do you think of all this?